DMT is a chemical that your own brain produces. Now, look, I talk about pot in my act and I talk about drugs, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't do anything dangerous. I did ecstasy once. I couldn't read for a week. Fuck that shit. I don't touch that shit. I don't do anything addictive. I wouldn't touch coke. I've never done heroin. I've never done anything crazy. Ecstasy is the craziest thing I've ever done. But what I do like to partake in is shit that I know doesn't kill you and changes the way you think. And those are called psychedelic drugs. And the only reason why those drugs are lumped in together with all the other drugs is because they're afraid of the consequences socially. That's what happened in the 60s. That's why they made almost every psychedelic drug is Schedule 1. Those are the most dangerous drugs, or the most illegal drugs rather, whereas like Schedule 2 is like heroin, crystal meth, cocaine. Those are Schedule 2. Those are less illegal than marijuana. And the craziest drug that's illegal is a drug that your own brain produces. And very few people know about this. It's called DMT. And not only does your brain produce it, but it's in hundreds of different ecosystems. It's in thousands of different plants. It's produced by a thing in your brain that's your third eye. It's produced by a gland called the pineal gland. It's also produced in your liver and your lungs. But this gland, where they think most of it emanates from, in reptiles, it actually has a retina and a cornea and a lens. It's a fucking eyeball. And it makes this incredibly potent psychedelic drug. And when you smoke this stuff, you are transported into another fucking dimension where you communicate with complex geometric patterns that are made out of love and understanding. And I know that sounds crazy. That sounds like nonsense. It sounds like if that was real, for sure, you wouldn't be hearing about it from the Fear Factor guy. Right? Why doesn't Barack Obama tell you about that? Because he hasn't done it. Because if he did it, he wouldn't run for president. It's too crazy. It changes the way you look at everything. And when it's over, it's like pressing Control-Alt-Delete for your brain. It's like your brain just reboots with a fresh new desktop. And you only got one folder on that desktop. And that folder is labeled My Old Bullshit. And then you gotta think, well, what the fuck do I do? Do I take all this new information and try to form a new view of the world? Or do I just go right into my old bullshit? You have two choices. And I've done DMT 7 times. And after time number 5, there's no more choices. After time number 5, you just gotta realize, well, okay, we're in a very weird situation. We're in a weird situation where the whole world is playing follow the leader, but there's no fucking leader. All right? Nobody knows what's going on because you can't. Because nobody knows what the hell's going to happen when you die. But we're all going to die. You take it from me with my gray ball hairs. I'm on my way. All right? We're a bunch of weird talking monkeys on a rock that's spinning through the fucking galaxy. And nobody brings it up.